Hold on.
It's rolling?
Yeah.
Santi, this is take one.
Should have done that with your headphones on, gang up.
Oh, yeah. All right, this is take 1.5.
Off the time, she ready to go. And I bet she gon' geek when I back on my palm. That nigga, she already know. Then she give me the green, you know that it's going.
What's the word, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Building Blocks. It's your boy, GEO. I'm here with my son, Shot by Lonely.
What's up? What's
All
up?
right, and today, we got two guests with us, man. We got my boy, PM.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my son, Zayvibes. What's the word, man?
What's the word, man? Happy to be here, bro.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for coming, you know what I'm saying? All for the love, you know what I mean? It was bound to happen, though. I think
That's a fact.
we've been chopping it up for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I definitely want to tap in more with you, Zay, because I feel like we'll get into it for sure. But, all right, but, like, how y'all doing, though? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling great. For me, it's a new year. It's the second of the month now for me.
That's crazy, right? Like,
Shit's already
flying
rushing,
by.
bro.
For me, just trying to keep elevating, man. We doing a lot. For me, got to keep doing more.
For sure.
That's a fact.
Never enough. Never satisfied. Keep working. Keep grinding.
That was so crazy. I was dead thinking about that on my way here today, bro. I was really, like, on some deep,
On some...
just, like,
really
pondering shit about, like, yo, bro, I got to do more, bro.
I be telling this nigga, though, you never could be, like, comfortable, satisfied, nothing. Like,
I don't know what it is, too. It's like every time when, like, a new year come or, like, the first of a new month, I'll always be thinking, like, nah.
It's time to get right.
Nah. Like, nah, I'm slacking. Even though I done did mad shit, but nah, it's a new month. I need new motion.
I'm always, like, I don't know, I'm always, like, not sad. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's, like, a good, like, balance where I'm not satisfied. I'm satisfied with what I've done, but I also still want to do more. You get what I'm saying? For
Nah,
sure,
he's
for sure.
fucking capping, bro.
Yeah, I'm never satisfied.
We'll
That's
do
true.
one thing and this nigga be like 30 new ideas after we just did mad shit,
but it's
bro.
because it's just like, damn, bro, a nigga hungry, you feel me?
Bro, shit crazy. We human, but we think we perfect, man. So we try to be perfect.
That's a fact.
I mean,
Nah, but for sure. So, all right, so every time, we have someone up here, we got to introduce everybody to y'all. So we'll probably start with PM and then we'll get to Zay. So just let everybody know how, everything started for you and shit. You are an artist, you know what I mean?
that's a fact. I am an artist. For me, I'm not a drill artist. I want to put that right there out there first and foremost. For me, I'm not a drill artist. For me, I make
Very
straight
versatile.
music. I'm an artist. You feel me? I make all type of music. For me, if Katy Perry want to make a song, we can make a song. Like, that's what I'm on. You feel me? I'm from
Yo, Zay,
Queens.
move a little bit.
North side of
cut
Queens.
off,
You
bro.
Gucci, buddy. Move over, Zay. For
Right.
me, I'm
Yeah, that's Gucci
Queens
right
nigga.
there.
For me, it's my brother right here, Zayvibes, but I'm PM. PM.4500 on the gram if you want to look for me. For me, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, PM, all caps. You feel me? Queens, Cambria, Linden, Hollis. For me, I was born in Left Rack though. You feel me? Shit funny like how shit happened like that.
Word.
For me, this my man's right here. I didn't know this nigga for a while. Like, for me, out of nowhere, we wasn't even both doing music together. Like, for me, I just met
knew
the
each other
nigga,
first,
mutual
and then-
friends type shit.
That's a
Like,
fact.
for me, I was deadass going to school in Long Island after I moved from Queens and whatnot. And this nigga was deadass in Queens in my old neighborhood, cool with my old mans. For me, they introduced me to this nigga. Turned out he was making music, and I was like,
Facts.
copy. I think I want to do that too.
And then you
For
got
me.
on that, yeah.
Got on that early.
So
Definitely.
Zay, you was doing music first.
Yeah, so I started doing music first, probably like the year before we met, like 2016.
Okay.
Oh, damn, that's a little minute then.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a little minute.
Mm-hmm.
So, growing up playing sports, I feel like a lot of athletes feel misplaced when, they might not see that, that dream might
And that
not
doesn't
come,
go-
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, to
yeah.
fruition and everything like that, injuries, whatever, you know what I'm saying,
like,
the case
something
may be.
happens,
So it's like, I always been a person like how you was talking about complacency or looking for some new energy. So I feel like at that particular time, I was looking for something new that would kind of ignite that fire again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think I found it in music.
Right. And
time.
so what sports were you playing?
So I was playing football, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of like New York City schools, like
Football is not like
it's not as big as basketball, you know what I'm saying?
right,
Like New York
right.
is a basketball city. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like people eat, live, breathe basketball.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I'm
harder
saying?
out here,
So-
definitely for opportunities for football.
Yeah,
players, for
exactly.
sure.
How many
So-
schools? It's like 3 schools in Queens that do football, though, no?
In Queens,
Maybe it's a couple more, but it's not like every
it's
school
not
like
yeah,
you know.
and it's harder. Even though they do football, it's like it's harder to get like opportunity. You need eyes
facts.
looking at you and shit like that. for
exactly.
sure. There's some
That's
talent
right.
that gets wasted, unfortunately, because
Yeah,
of things like that.
A lot. I feel like sometimes people might find themselves feeling a little misplaced
Right, little
when that
lost and
first
shit.
initial love, no matter what it is, could be outside of sports, you know what I'm saying? And you kind of looking for that identity,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And then, so I feel like
Found
with
it in
music,
music.
I kind of,
That's what
and like I was saying to Adable with that earlier, like P was saying he's always looking for new energy, like a different month. All right, what am I doing? So with that being gone, it was like I had to find something to fill that void.
And,
that's how I
and if you
started.
don't mind me asking, why did the sports thing not work out? Was it just because of the like where you're at, maybe a location?
Yeah, all right. So basically, I was in and I'm not saying by no means I would have went pro.
Yeah,
you know,
for
every
sure, though.
nigga come on the interview.
Every nigga,
Yo, I was super nice.
Yo, bro.
Listen, I ain't even hit it.
especially these basketball niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
These tall niggas. They swear to God, they going to the.
But I
A.
would have went to the NBA.
Yeah, look,
Hey,
niggas
listen,
always talk about the ACL shit.
You
At
gotta
least
believe
D1.
it though.
At least D1.
Listen,
That's a
listen.
fact.
You don't never make it without believing it,
That's a
buddy.
fact. That's
So
a
you
fact.
know what I
That's a
mean?
fact. But this nigga suck. But go ahead.
Nah, but yeah though. So like basically, I had lived in another state. You know what I'm saying, where it was kind of reversed. Like they eat, sleep, live football. Like weight room at 14, 13, 15. They're pumping. You know what I'm saying, like they're preparing to really go D1
Right.
or go to the league.
Right.
So that kind of shifted my focus. Being out in New York, no distractions, shit like that. I'm in a whole different environment, and then decided to come back. You know what I mean, for some personal you know, reasons and shit like that. Came back to the town, like many people do. They leave and then they
Come
always
back.
end up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
always
saying,
end
coming
up.
back. So came back to the town and it had its ups. You know, I was with Mama Love again. You know, shit like that. But the school system in New York, as we all could probably relate to, it's kind of shitty. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
public school
ass.
system is kind of shitty, and they don't really invest
Right.
in the
Nah,
youth.
that's true.
Right.
That's why there's a lot of niggas out here that's lost, incarcerated, shit like that, because it's not really much investment in the youth compared to other states or cities. So yeah, I came back and it was lit. You know, high school in New
definitely
York,
fun.
it's gonna
dead
be fun,
Yeah.
but it's not really gonna set you
long
up
term.
Facts.
Yeah.
For
to
life
the
and
next
shit,
level,
future, you
yeah,
know,
for that
like,
next level. So I came back. It was no sports. They wasn't trying to invest. You know how I be in no equipment,
That was me.
shit like that. And yeah, so you know what I'm saying, kind of just withered away, bro.
Yeah,
Ain't
nah.
gonna lie.
So-
and then I broke this finger too, but that's playing, you know, on the
yeah,
field. So that shit. Yeah, after that, I was like, yeah, fuck it, man.
And then, so this was around 2016. Did you graduate first, or was it just like before you graduated? You
Nah,
started
so
realizing-
yeah, nah. This was in high school. I came back. I was playing for like a little rec league, and then that's when I broke my finger. I was like, yo, I was junior year, going to my senior year. I was like, my
around
school
that
don't
time,
got this
too?
shit. Don't got excuse my language, but my school don't got don't got.
Nah, you can say
Oh,
whatever
word?
the fuck you want.
Ah,
man.
yeah. So yeah, so you know what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, I don't feel like, you know, it just felt like it wasn't meant to be. Like it wasn't in the cards.
Shit wasn't working.
So I
out.
just kind of put it, you know what I'm saying, to the side.
And then, how do you feel like you found music? Like, how did the music thing come about?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. At that time, I feel like a lot of people weren't making it. It wasn't music wasn't as oversaturated
Right.
as it is now.
Yeah, it's super.
So I
oversaturated.
feel like that was just probably me, just like I said, like really needing that void to be filled. Like that's something that just came as a, you know, and I'm sure like we all come from different backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? So we all hearing different music, especially being from New York City, is you always gonna have friends that's a melting pot.
That's
from all
exactly
different
what we said.
ethnicities. So we all grow up hearing different type of music
Right.
growing up. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
So automatically we're gonna be inclined to. Not everybody's gonna want to be an artist, but you know, if you grow up in that type of household,
You're
you're
gonna have
probably
some
gonna
type
be
of
a little bit,
connection to music, yeah.
to music naturally. So I think it just came as a second you know, as another option. Like, damn, all right, that's, you know, done. Then, you know, what's something else that I love?
Right.
That's natural to me.
So, all right, cool. So, boom, you start music 2016, right? About a year later, you said, right? Y'all link up. Yeah, this when y'all start like fucking with each other. So that's when you start music. So, what made you want to start music?
Honestly, that's a great question, but like I had music in my life like since I was a kid, like, you feel me? My mom's listening to hella old school music, my pops, feel me? I was dancing with them for hours in the night, feel me? So I always loved music. And my brother used to rap too. And my brother's OD lyrical. Like this nigga's dumb nice.
Shout
So
out,
for me,
bro.
when I first started rapping with this nigga, I used to fuck around and steal this nigga lyrics, like on some lame shit. If it was like, nah, why the fuck am I doing that? You feel me? I could do this shit myself too. So for me, he was already nice. Like
Right.
when I seen Zay, he was making shit.
He was already
he
going
was
crazy.
already like bow. So I'm like, I bet I'm about to get on it. For me, I got on it. For me, my first song, I was there doing some singing shit. It's called Wave. I still think it's one of my best songs I ever made. Niggas
Yeah,
can't even
definitely
find that
was,
song. Like that's how crazy it is. Like I would have to re-record that shit.
It's a throwback.
But yeah, for me, so after that, for me, it's been up, and I was dumb nice lyrically, anyways, because my brother was nice
Right,
at the
you was
rap and
around
shit.
that
For
environment
me,
and
so
shit
I'm
like that.
definitely gonna pick up on it. So
Nah, facts. I was listening to Susan. Shout out to Kev with that shit too. But nah, I can
Or
tell
congrats too. Y'all
Word,
10K.
feel me?
Word.
calm shit on that. Word.
Shelsky.
Nah, word. That shit is tough. And like, I'm glad you said that, bro, because I feel like niggas be putting people in a box that do your type of sound, not your type of sound. I don't want to like put you in a box, but anything that sounds remotely close to drill is automatically drill.
Drill artist.
Yeah,
facts, bro. I'm at work and this girl was telling this other girl that I'm an artist or I make music. She immediately said he's a drill rapper because she heard that Susan shit.
That shit
So
pisses
it's
you
like,
off?
Nah, because like everybody's doing drill, so it's like for me, if I'm doing it, then I'm fucking doing it too. Then
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm gonna stand out with this shit though.
I'm actually glad you said that though. When you started the interview, by saying you're not a drill artist, because it's not that, you know, I mean, we from New York, we all familiar with the drill wave, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not something we haven't heard, but like it's kind of like what Zay said. Like, I ain't gonna lie, specifically for that shit, I feel like it's so oversaturated. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I feel like a lot of niggas limit their own talent because they don't try to, because they see everybody's like, you know, the drill's the wave, so they don't try to like branch out and they just do that same sound and shit. And it'd be unfortunate because I like seeing niggas try different shit, you know. Me personally, I tried a lot of different like vibes and music and shit like that. So I like seeing when other people push themselves. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's a lot of talented niggas, but they limit their own talent. Yeah, so that's unfortunate and shit. But so if all right, so boom, y'all both start music. Like, what was like? How was it starting? Was it like? Was there like a level of anxiety? I went to the studio. Y'all was feeling a little. You feel me? Or was it like off rip? You got it. Like you were like, oh yeah, I'm meant for this. I'm doing this shit. I'm going stupid. Because I know you said by the time you met Zay, by the time you jumped in it, he was already doing his thing. Yeah. But, like, how about when you started, Zay? Like, was it, like, on some shit, like, you hit the studio, you like, damn, I don't know, I'm fucking up a lot, or maybe you was a little anxious, you wasn't comfortable with your sound yet?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I would even say, like, now, to this point, you know, I might look back a couple of years from now and feel like, you know, like, all right, like, what I'm doing now is just a chapter, but I'm past that. So I think looking at hindsight, definitely when I started, you know, like everybody's first song or first times recording, you know, is definitely not like how when they get into the groove or the rhythm.
Yeah,
I definitely
sure.
say I had to find my range, find my voice and everything like that. And then it's funny how, cause bro started out singing. I started out like fake anti singing.
Yeah,
you
like,
feel me?
that.
I was like, yeah, I'm on some
rap,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
bars
some
for
straight,
bars,
yeah. So I had to like grow. I feel like music grew with me as I matured.
Right.
You know, I started to accept different, you know, like for myself, like when auto-tune first became a thing in 2016, when I started rapping.
That's when it became very popular.
I shouldn't say like it became a thing, but when so many people was going crazy, like Uzi was popping off, Cardi was, you know, so it was like, and then you had the crowd that was like real, that, you know what I'm saying, that was kind of anti that.
Yeah.
So I was kind of on something.
anti-side.
Yeah, I was kind of on a type of time where I grew up I grew up around a generation of older people that was anti that, but yet I'm a part of this new generation that's flourishing with a whole new lane. So I feel like, you know, eventually I kind of like adapted,
shifted,
you know, shifted and but I definitely still love real music. I can do the boom bap and all that. Like to this day, I don't think that'll ever leave me because that's what I started with.
So what'd you think about PM when you first met him? When we first met him when he made music and all that.
I always thought that bro was a very deep individual. You know, like a very interesting individual. Because he got like a self belief that's like second to none. And a lot of people say, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Not the to his horn, not the fucking, you know what I'm saying, shit like that either. You know what I'm saying? This is my brother for real. So I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's yeah. But there's sometimes like there's people who, you know what I'm saying, you can see that they're not flaking. You know what I'm saying? Like they really like mean, you know, what they say and it's gonna put their mind to it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you know, fast forwarding from then to now, you know, bro done made so much steps in that direction. You know, and like he said, his fire's still there. He still wake up, call me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he always been like that. He always been that way. Yeah.
Bro, it's so important to be around people like that, because anytime you might fall off or some shit like that, like in the sense of like your motivation anyway, like those people if you around that type of energy, bro, it's hard to just give up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna pick up on those habits and shit. So it's definitely important to have that. And like, yo, if y'all don't mind me asking, like, how old are each of y'all?
23.
I'm 24.
23, 24.
So
See, you know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy because it's like you already been doing it for a minute, right? Like, And niggas is still young, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to have that fire and shit, and y'all been doing it for years and just continue to wake up and be like, yo, we gotta chase it. That's like, I commend you for that. You know, I commend both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because it's important to have that shit. I know niggas, I mean, even myself, bro, I've been making music since like 2020, right? Not a long time. And in those, in a couple chapters, I've given up. You know what I'm saying? It's been 7 months, 8 months. I ain't post no music. I ain't record no music, nothing like that.
Definitely feel that.
Have you ever had like times like that where y'all like maybe it started to seem like maybe this ain't what we chasing no more?
It happens, like no funny shit. That ass happens, like real shit. Like sometimes niggas say it's a writer's block or whatnot, but it's just like your mind forces you to think like that. You know, that ass just gotta have a positive mindset like all the time, because like once some negative thoughts come in, they tend to drown.
Yep.
Kind of hard. It's like digging yourself a hole, bro.
And you don't got no floaty either. Like you feel me? That shit gonna take you down.
Can't swim nothing.
You straight drowning now for sure. And the shit just starts stacking and stacking.
And I feel like it's the same way reverse. If the good shit is coming in and you staying positive, it's gonna keep coming. It's gonna keep drowning you in that good shit.
But I be telling people like perspective is dumb important. Like if you really look at life at a negative light all the time, you're just gonna see the negative. Like there's always gonna be problems in life, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Especially and then we chasing something, we doing music. There's always like I always tell people there's like the creative side, the music shit, and then there's the whole personal side, like the whole personal life. You always gonna have problems. They tend to come. You know what I'm saying? But if you only focus on those, you're gonna fuck yourself up for life. You know what I mean? You gotta focus on the positive. You know what I mean?
And if problems that ass make you based on the way you react to
for sure, 100%. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? If you learn to grow from them shits, you become a better person for it. Yeah, that's a great mindset. I'm glad y'all have that. But like you said, writer's block, and that just reminded me like, what's your process like? Both of y'all. I'm gonna go with PM first, but what's your process like? Studio, like, boom, y'all just got a studio session. Y'all pull up to the studio. All right, now what's first? Like, what PM doing?
So I feel like it's two types of writer blocks that I have. Like if I go to the studio, like you said, right, and I don't have no lyrics, you feel me, and I'm just straight recording off the dome, sometimes I could get stuck on one bar for fucking 5 minutes, 5 hours. Like that one bar, like it'll
I be
really
telling
like
people
that.
there's no problem with that, bro.
Yeah, but like
it only gets to a problem when you getting your head.
And that's the thing that I do.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's like, I'm not even gonna say I'm perfect, but I feel like that's the one thing that I really need to fix about myself. I have this crazy thing about myself where I gotta be perfect recording it. Like I have to say it this way. If I don't say it, I hear it, I'm like, yo, let me hear that. Now like I'm doing it again. And I'm gonna do it a million times until I hear it the way I wanna hear it. And that's wrong because you're not gonna get it perfect every time. You feel me? The way you make it, the way that it comes out makes it perfect.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that perspective. So, I'm the same way though. I ain't gonna lie.
But like if I got the lyrics with it, you feel me? And I cook up some shit right there just to finish it, then you feel me? I'd probably take like maybe like 5 minutes with that. But like recording it and just coming up with it like that, that's like harder. So you gotta really like be equipped. And this shit is dead ass training.
Yeah.
Like always just putting in the work. The more hours you did, the nicer you gonna be.
Whatever you doing, bro, just keep working at your shit. Like just never stop.
That craft. That's a fact.
Even if you're not recording nothing, just write your shit down. Whatever. Always practicing.
For sure. That's why he, like he was saying before we had the cameras rolling and shit. He's like, we'll do one thing and I got 30 ideas, right? Because I just like my mind like working all the time. You know what I'm saying? Once I stop, then I stop. You know what I mean? But once I'm going for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Once you in that mode, it's kind of hard to get out of it.
Yeah. And that's a good thing, bro.
I also feel like with the writer's block thing, if you're not doing nothing that's motivating yourself, it's gonna block you as well. Like you gotta be up and moving and active, doing something.
Yeah,
like
if you just
doing the same
there,
shit, you're gonna think the same shit. You're gonna do the same shit.
It's a big fact.
So what's your process like, Zay? Like, all right, boom, studio session. Like, what's that looking like?
All right, so usually I'm the one that I can't say I'm the one. I'm sure there's many other artists like that. But first of all, with me, like writing. The writing process is a feeling. Like I always say that, you feel me? Like before anything, I don't really like try to force nothing, which is not always good. Like P said, every artist got a flaw, because sometimes you might get in a certain situation where you might be around a exec or somebody like that, and they want to hear you on some shit that might not be, you know what I'm saying, your bop. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, like bro said, it's training, you know, like but for the most part, when I'm making music, like me personally, I'm finding a beat for myself that I want to write to. It's always a feeling, you know what I'm saying? And to get a little more like perspective on that, like a little more depth, is basically, I feel like when I see a beat or when I hear a beat, it's most of the beat is talking to me. Like I always say that. Like I'm not really like sitting here and trying to figure it, because that's when it becomes like hard. And like to me, music is art. It's so abstract. It's so broad. Like you can't box music. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why so many people try to. You know what I'm saying?
You've never heard a person say, I don't like music.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it's
fact.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's really a feeling, bro. Heavy on that. Heavy on that.
Where did you grow up?
No
like,
cap.
What the fuck?
No cap,
So you
bro.
like nothing at all? Nah.
So y'all both come written
Not
most of the time.
It's just a feeling or whatever. So it's just
I don't
based
know.
Because I don't write at all.
That's wavy.
Fire.
I'm not gonna lie,
Fire.
that's OD wavy.
Fire.
Appreciate
Like
you.
I feel like I want to grab that. Like you feel me? I want to dead ass pick that up. Like nah, I'm going in the booth on some Lil Wayne, Jay-Z shit.
You know why though? You know why you see how you said every artist has his flow. You know why it's a flow though? If I'm not feeling it that day, say we got a studio session like coming up in 2 days. That day that we booked it, I'm like, I bet I'm with it. Like, let's go. And if for some reason, I don't know, something threw me off that day, I might, feel me? I might be sitting there for like I'll get a song together, but I'm gonna feel like it's not my best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put a song together, but I'm like, damn, I know if I was feeling like I was in that mode, I could have went crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Everything got aligned.
Because I just can't, like, fucking, I have ADHD, bro. I cannot, like,
Facts,
sit there and write. Like, I literally can't. Like, it's just, I tried, but it's just, it's not for me. But I mean, like, I also, it's a talent though. Like I actually commend y'all because I tried. It's just not for me. Like I'm too antsy. Like I'm like, yo, I want to record right now. I want to say what I'm feeling.
I feel that.
But the feeling thing, I like that. That's exactly how I describe music. Like when I tell them when I'm searching for whatever, the beat talks to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's just like boom. Like I just hear something as soon as I hear it.
You know, type shit.
Exactly. If you know, you know.
As from the outside looking in, because I don't make music. Like when I first listen to a song, that's the first thing that people hear too. So that shit got to be just as impactful as like what you saying or like what you trying to convey or whatever. You know what I mean? The beat is just like it's just as impactful. So.
I agree.
I mean, yeah. Nowadays,
that's a fact.
Nowadays, niggas let the beat carry them, but
Word.
I mean,
I don't know how that shit works either.
But it's like, to be honest, it's because music. It's like Zay was saying, it's art. So it's like depending on how you look at it, like there's a certain feeling you get from it. It depends on what it's trying to do for you. You know, some songs aren't even supposed to make you think or make you be like, oh, that stuff is just supposed to make you feel a certain way. You get what I'm saying? Or fit a certain mood or whatever. You know what I mean?
I've been saying like this one thing for the longest. I feel like the hardest part about writing is the very first thing you say. That's the most important thing.
That's tough.
That's
a
like,
fact.
If what you come in with is not wavy, niggas is gonna be like,
me and this nigga looked at each other like, yeah, that's a clip.
Skip.
Yeah, nah, yeah, that's
No
a
funny
fact.
shit. And that goes with the beat too.
Yeah.
Like if this is how I listen to beats. Everybody hates the way I listen to beats. I don't let 10 seconds of the beats play.
You gotta feel
The
it from
first
the
3
jump.
seconds, if it's not hitting for me, skip.
Yeah.
Like every time, skip.
So what if it's like a build up though? You just missed out.
I'm not into it.
Okay.
Because
They say it gotta be
because
lit
if you
over.
think about it, we are not lit. Motherfuckers is coming to see our music and see what it's for, like what it's hitting for. So if it's not busting the first 5-10 seconds,
They're not waiting that.
I lost that fan already.
I feel that.
So for me, I gotta come with the heat early every time.
Gotta hook them up as soon as they hear the shit.
Every time.
Yeah,
Oh, you want more? Hey, go there.
Yeah,
Like,
that's hard.
you
That's
know what I mean?
hard. So what when it comes to music, like you say you're not. So what would you consider yourself actually? You know, he said you're not a drill artist. Would you consider yourself just an artist in general as well?
Yeah, same thing. I'm an artist that knows how to do drill.
So how do y'all go? I like that. How do y'all go about like choosing what y'all like? What do y'all go in to record? You know what I'm saying? Is it a chapter thing? Is it like this is my sound right now, or is it like just off of feeling? Is it where you are in life? You know what I'm saying? Because Dan said something. Y'all know Dan, right?
Yeah,
shout out my boy Dan,
Shout
right?
out to Dan. 4x4 shot that.
He said something. He was like that. I fake knew, but I never really thought about it this way. When we was interviewing him, he was talking about how a lot of niggas lock in the studio 24/7, which is good. You know, you working, but you fake gotta like experience life a little bit. So there's that like there's like that spark. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it's like what you said. If you're doing the same shit over and over again, like where do you bring that motivation? How do you say something new? What do you bring new to a track? Because you've seen and saying the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to live life a little bit. You know what I mean? So what? How do y'all go about
how do y'all balance
choosing?
that? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
What you say?
No, I was like, how do y'all go about choosing what type of music y'all going to make? You know what I'm saying?
Well, honestly, I'm gonna start first, but as of right now, niggas is doing the drill.
Right.
Like, as of right now, because, of course, drill is dumb lit. And, of course, it is dying as well, but that don't mean it's going to die with us. But we going to die with it. Feel me? So, feel me? Yeah, it's type ride the wave type shit as of right now because, like, we done a lot of lanes already that niggas not feeling or niggas is feeling. So, we deadass just trying to ride the current. And if it could take us up with it, why not?
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Facts.
And if
Facts.
we add our skill on top of the shit
Right.
that these niggas is not doing, we standing out from them. 100%. For me, and as I got older and as I'm starting to do this music shit more and more, it's that's not about the skill. It's not.
Yeah.
That's what
not.
you know, who the fuck you know, how you know how
More
to
the
do
business side of
it.
things.
Yeah, like, it's not about that shit
For
no
a
more.
fact.
Yeah, we
Like,
learned
I'm
that
up-
shit quick when we started this shit. Like connections is like super
everything.
important.
Shout
Like
out to y'all
networking
because
is
I did
important.
not. Like,
Yeah, nah,
I
it's-
thought my talent was gonna take me there.
Because everybody thinks that. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of talented niggas that are never gonna see the bright, like the,
No
you know what I'm
funny
saying,
shit.
not gonna see the light of day. It's only because
Word.
they just don't know the right people. They weren't in the right place at the right time. You know, part of it might be luck. A lot of it is opportunity and just jumping at it. You know, you got to be ready. You know what
You
I'm
gotta
saying?
be smart too.
Gotta be
When
smart.
to jump, when not to jump on shit. So.
Facts.
But y'all in a group, right?
Yeah.
QTO. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all.
Queens take over.
For sure.
Facts.
I feel like when we started this shit too, the building block shit, that when we started tapping in with y'all more, because before this, I was really like, I was telling you before the interview, I'm not really like social. I don't like meeting new people and shit like that. So
Same.
I think that was killing me. Like, you know, my music, my shit wasn't really getting out there because I knew some people, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I knew Kevin shit since like first grade or whatever, and I knew other people that was doing music, but since I wasn't really like collaborating or nothing like that, there was people tuning in, but it was only those people, you know what I'm saying? It's harder to branch out, you know what I mean? But the connections is definitely important. Like, do y'all feel, I guess I'm trying to say like the group thing, when did that even form? Because I don't think I ever asked anybody that.
Hey, I think
I
JV
just
I
tapped
think
on it a
JV
little
touched
bit,
on
but
it, but
yeah.
I want to know, like, where did y'all come into play?
So basically, he knew Josh already. I didn't know who Josh was. I didn't even know he was on the music tip.
Right.
One day, Zay was like, "Yo, I got this stool session with Chris." I didn't even record at Chris. Like, we was recording at some shit in Queens. That he
It was at his studio, Chris studio.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
LaSalle.
Shout out LaSalle,
That's
yeah.
the best stool I ever been to still
Shout
to
out
this
my
day.
boy
Shit vibey,
And I done been to a lot of
Shout out
motherfucking
my
stools.
boy. That's my
Anyway,
guy.
yeah. So one day my son got a session. He was like, "Yo, for me, I want you to, him talking to Josh. He wanted him to do this song or whatever. So I ended up going with him, met Josh. I was like, yeah, he a cool dude. He had a nice little movement going. So I was like, we could do this. Why not? After that, song went out. Niggas had motion. He was like, nah, I'm not doing this no more. Then he came back doing it with a whole nother different group. And I was happened to be a part of that group. And then that's when I feel like niggas started to see my talent more. Because, like, for me, I'm the type of person, like, if this is a new spot, I'm going to make my seat, like, niggas going to see my
make an
seat.
impression type shit.
My seat is going to be here.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
for me, I'm deadass going to step in the spot, put my feet in the couch, all that. I'm on that. Like, for me, so once that happened, niggas started seeing that. For me, we started making more music. It was honestly just his link. It was just his link. Like, for me, but for me, that's just the type of person I am, bro. I can't be in a spot and I'm not having no motion.
Right.
At all.
Nah,
But
for sure.
that take a lot of confidence, bro, because that's something that I'm still.
And then,
working
yo,
on with
bro,
that shit,
it took a lot to get this way. Like, no funny shit, cause like you said, bro, when I first got on the stool, I didn't have the voice. Like, I deadass didn't. I just was fucking rapping.
Yeah.
Like, literally just putting words together.
Getting in there and just speaking, yeah.
No funny shit.
No
I had to
sauce, no
figure out,
swag.
like, how do I want to sound? Do I like the auto-tune shit? Do I not like the auto-tune shit? I'm in love with the auto-tune shit. Like,
Nigga,
awesome.
who you telling?
No funny shit. Like, if I could sound like T-Pain outside, like, I wouldn't sound like that outside.
who you telling?
No funny shit.
But yeah, Zay, so how was it for you? How did QTO start for you and shit?
Yeah,
How did you
so-
meet Josh?
Yeah, so basically, shout out my boy JB, my son John. You feel me?
Facts.
I also met bro, for me working with bro, and basically, he was just always jacking my like my music. You feel me? And P came on deck, and when he came to the spot, basically we was all like working with each other and shit like that. But PM was the first person to kind of bridge that gap, like for me outside of work. Like I said, bro, for me, what like he's like he got a lot of like confidence. So he not like he'll walk in the spot and be like, yo, I'm a rapper. Da, 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 da. You feel me? Like
A lot of niggas don't do that.
Yeah, even though we at
Jay's
work.
not gonna do that.
Yeah, facts. I'm not really gonna do that.
I'm not
like,
gonna do that either. Like,
Yeah.
like maybe now more than ever, but before it definitely
Same,
steps.
same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Yeah, I definitely made like some steps of bridging that gap.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I was like heavy on like keeping things in the right box because
Right,
I like
separated
exactly. Like I don't know, like I'm heavy on like order and balance. You feel me? So if I'm going to work, like that's what I'm doing. Like I'm at work. When I'm in the like when I'm in the booth, like I'm fully artist mode, 100%. But PM is like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
that
just
gap.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how he moving.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when he was like, yeah, bro, we make music. I think JB had fake heard some of my songs already, but you know, with bro being in a spot and she's like, nah, we both make music. Y'all all need to tap in. So now the whole spot is like, okay, they're the rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so from there, from people at work, I guess sharing our music on the gram, JV tapped in with me, and was like, yo, bro, let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's cook up. And I think from there, I think I met bro like one time, and then I went back again to do another track, and that's how I brought P with me, and then from there, you know,
Y'all went up.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. We just clicked up.
I like hearing stories and shit like that, like how niggas like linked up and shit. It's like the same way we linked up. You know what I'm saying? It's just cool as fuck.
Yeah, and I think, bro, because that shit is just like out of nowhere too. Like you wasn't even thinking about that far ahead or whatever. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah.
I would have never imagined we being here right now having a conversation and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, I was on some real shit. Like I'm gonna figure it out myself. Like nigga, I'm arrogant, bro. I be telling this nigga, like, you see the confidence you have and shit, I have it, but I'm also like Zay where I'm not walking in the spot and being like, yo, I'm an artist, I do X, Y, and Z, you know what I'm saying? I'm more like that now, but I definitely wasn't like that before. It took a minute to get there, but I'm arrogant, bro. I feel like I could do anything I put my mind to. Like, I be telling this nigga, I'm like, yo.
Believe me, this nigga's not like
bro, like, if I want to, like, today, I'm be like, yo, if I want to fucking pick up a fucking, I don't care, anything, nigga.
Shit,
if I want to build a house, I'm gonna learn how to do that shit. Like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, as long as I put my mind to it and shit. So I'm glad you have that confidence, bro. It's really good to have that. And then I'm glad y'all, feel me, it's kind of a balance, because maybe not that you don't have that confidence, but I know exactly how it is when you're kind of like, feel me, you're a little more to yourself and shit. So it's a good balance for sure.
I just like separate that. I just separate the lanes, because like when it's time for a show, like I'm super like.
Zayvibes.
Yeah, I'm super like, lights, camera, action, I'm there. You heard? Like, I'm super in that mode. But it's like, I think, like I said, because music is such a feeling for me, it's like once that feeling is, like once the last song is done, everybody's cleaning up the set, you know, everybody exchanges IGs, now it's like that come down. You know what I'm saying? Because music is truly a feeling at its core for me. So it's like that rush. When I get in that rush, I'm super artist mode. Then, you know, like once I leave that location or that area or that set place,
you regular.
I'm back, and you know, like that's just how it is, bro.
Yeah, I can relate to you with that, bro. It's the same way with me, bro. Like I'll shoot a video, I'll be on my way home. I'm already picturing how to edit and shit.
Yeah.
Start sitting down, and I also think dividing shit like that's like my bread and butter right there too, bro. Yeah. I can't focus on more than one thing. It's like this nigga, he'll be texting me or some shit. I'll be editing. I'll be like, I'll put my phone on do not disturb. Bro.
Yo, I'm a sick nigga, bro. I'm thinking of like 30 things at the same time. That's just how my brain works. Like, like now, like I don't have a personal life. Like this, what I do here is like that's my day 24/7. Like I'm doing this, I'm doing music, I'm doing da-da-da. Yo, Lonely, when we shooting this, yo, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm mixing and shit. Like fucking like when Kev, I don't know if y'all heard the song Ain't Below the Neck with Kev and me and my man and shit. When that nigga needed to give me the verse, I'm telling that nigga, yo, hurry up. Like I'm on his ass, yo, give me the verse. Like, cause I was trying to put it together, whatever. But like that's just me, like 24/7. I don't have an off switch. It's sometimes it's to my detriment though, cause like I'm on go so much that sometimes I crash out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, fuck.
Felt that. I can relate to that, cause I feel like I got 0% or 110%. Those are the only two places you could catch me.
I'm never in the middle, bro.
Never
in the middle. Never. For sure.
And I feel like with me and Zay, we kind of like the perfect duo.
That's
I
why
always say this too.
I'm glad.
I feel like I'm playing the front seat all the time, but I know how to cool in the back. And he's definitely the same exact way. Yeah. Sometimes I need Zay to take the front seat and I cool out in the back, and he's dead ass is ready. He's ready. Yeah.
That's why people say we're a good duo too. He a little more on the like
laid back,
and then I'm just a crackhead. So it's a good little.
Gotta have that though.
For sure, ski. Nah, but what was you about to ask me? You want to ask me something?
I don't know. I gotta come up with something.
I thought it was so specific. I thought it was so specific and shit like that. I bet. So
you would do a drill track with me?
I'll do a drill track. Yo, ask this nigga. I dead ass hop on any vibe. I swear to God, I don't care, bro. Like niggas.
Nah, I don't
niggas
know.
send me some
Lately, I've
country
been
shit
trying
the
to do
other
some
day.
singing and drilly shit. So
You
that
know
would
what
be
I
fire.
like? You know what I like doing the most? I like niggas like I dropped the project in December, and before that, a lot of niggas was like, I kept hearing the same feedback. Yo, bro, you always making like love songs or like singy tracks, da da da. I'm like, I bet. Like I just rapped the whole project, like you know, or made some hard banging that shit. I like showing niggas if I really wanted to, I could kill you in your own element. You know what I'm saying? But I be chilling. I do music off of feeling. I do music off of like what I feel, what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I could definitely hop in that lane. If, yo, I'm jacking it, gang. You send that over.
get
I'm
money,
with it,
man. Let's get
money.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
GOP.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I dead hit you up. I was like, yo, we should dead tap in. Yo, me and you too, Zay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm always with it now.
That's
you know
a
what I'm saying?
fact, bro. That's
And
a
I
fact.
like the collaboration shit is fun to me now.
Oh,
Like,
nah,
like I said before, I was like a little, but now I like matching sounds with niggas.
Yeah,
That
hell
shit is
yeah,
cool.
hell
Like
yeah.
the world be like putting like it as a competition type shit. Like,
Yeah,
who
it
got the
don't
best
gotta
verse
be,
on the
though.
track? Nah, who made the track? Both of them. That's
Yeah,
it.
Word.
it really
Definitely.
don't gotta be,
Heavy
bro.
on
Like,
that.
that's why, like, the shit is. I got a song with Trey. I feel like me and him both just went stupid. You know what I'm saying? It just feels good. Like, it shit lit. When you make something with somebody else and they also as passionate about it, that shit fire, bro. So,
OD.
now for sure, I'm always
OD.
with tapping in. You don't even gotta ask me that. Just send me the track. But I was gonna ask y'all, like honestly, like 100%, like, you know what I'm saying? How is it difficult being a part of a collective sometimes?
That's a good one. Sometimes, cause like it's multiple opinions you gotta hear out. You feel me? And that already is just a lot. So for me, and then on top of that, you got pockets. You feel me? And that's supposed to make things better, but sometimes it
makes
always
it
don't.
might make it a little more difficult.
For me, sometimes it always don't.
It's crazy because people be like underrating that. Like the financial shit is really a big ass.
Oh
factor,
my
bro.
God.
Yeah. Especially with the music shit, 100%. Like if you don't have no cheese, put it down.
Yeah,
Like put it
give
down.
it up.
Kizzy.
No funny
Give it
shit.
up.
Nah, I don't
No
think.
kizzy.
If
No,
you
no,
don't
no.
got-
We're not saying that like you can't be broke and fucking make it
Nah,
happen.
facts. Yeah,
You feel
yeah.
me?
can.
But like if you're not funding
That's
your
the
career,
shit.
Right. If you're not willing to put down that
like
investment,
that.
don't
Yeah,
do
If
it.
these niggas hit you with right now for this, they need $1,500 from you, and you're not willing to put that down. That's your ass, like, because that's something you will not have tomorrow, and that's what sometimes it really comes down to. Like you said, that luck and that opportunity comes with the money.
You know what I'm saying?
Like if you don't have no bread, like I can't say this how many times enough. Like if you don't have no bread, you're not gonna like make it to where you want to make it to.
Unless-
shit take money.
Let me just say, unless you're willing to do something extreme, unless you're willing to be like really you don't have anything and you're willing to be so extreme in front of the eyes, in front of the people, like something that's like super eye capturing.
Out there, yeah.
You know, because you might not
What's
have,
extreme?
you might not have
Yeah,
that.
right. I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, you might not have that financial aspect situated to take that risk financially, but if you got the guts, whether it's being on your last and performing in a train station platform, you feel me, bringing something
I see what you're saying, yeah, for sure.
and you know what I'm saying, like something extreme where it's like
Put yourself
nah,
out
like
there.
yeah, like just raw.
Yeah, it's
You know
either
what I'm
that or
saying?
nothing else.
Because I feel like a lot of times when you see like viral things, or whether it be like a child performing, you know what I'm saying, on a train or somebody singing, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be, it's just like it's
Like a
something
viral
live,
moment.
it's something raw, it's something like on the extreme side that 95% of people, or even 90% of artists would be like, whether they might think that they're a little too cool for it, or they don't need to do that, or that's just not their lane. Understand, you know what I'm saying? Understandable. But yeah, like if you don't have that financial part, you got to be willing to, go for it
Right.
on another type of
Another type of
time.
level,
Yeah,
yeah.
level. That's a fact.
Regardless, it's like whether it's financial or not, you just gotta invest in yourself. Because
Yeah.
doing that shit is an investment in yourself. You betting on
Word.
yourself. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? You on your
Facts.
last and you like,
Word.
I bet I'm gonna go out there and just fucking perform in front of people and shit. You betting on yourself. And we was talking about it on the JV episode, JV and Swifty. We was talking about how like if you're not willing to like invest in yourself, like if you're not willing to for this music shit, you dead ass gotta be either like I don't like being around people that are like 50-50. Like if you're not in it, bro, you're not gonna, I don't care what nobody says, you're not gonna be successful in it. Cause you gotta like push yourself to the limit sometimes, whether
That's
it's
a
like
fact.
in an uncomfortable situation or maybe your pockets is uncomfortable, something uncomfortable. Like you gotta push yourself out of your comfort
That's a
zone
part
for
of it.
some
That's a
reason, you
fact.
know what I'm saying?
Gangsta.
But that's how you grow, bro. It's
Facts.
the only way.
Facts.
That's why I be telling this nigga, you know what I mean? He's little on the, before the podcast, he never did anything in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. This is my first, whatever, like anything in front of the camera. I'm used to editing behind the
Being
scenes.
behind
shit,
the scenes,
but,
yeah.
But nah, doing this is like, because he was the one that came up with the idea. At first, I was thinking about just like freestyles and shit.
It's funny that you say you're not social, but you give me the social butterfly. It's funny as hell.
Weird because it's like it's a my friends always used to tell me this, like, yo, you always say you're not social, but you dead ass. Nah, I just know when to turn it on and turn it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even, I'll never be the fake nigga, nothing not genuine, but I feel a lot of vibes and shit. You know what I'm saying? If I could tell, like, oh, these some good ass people, you know what I'm saying? I could, you know what I mean?
jack you,
Yeah, shit like that. But I had to get him out. I mean, of course I kind of didn't ask you though.
What?
If you like, I'm like, yo, if you don't want to, I never was like, yo, if you don't want to do it, it's Gucci. I was like, yo, gang, I know you can do it.
It wasn't. He didn't ask, but I was jacking it though because
bro. No, but it's just like sometimes I could just see it. Like I'm like, yo, gang, you could do it, bro. Don't like.
It wasn't even that though. It was some shit that I was like, nah, bro. Like fuck it, let's try it. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, you did say that.
So what made you want to do it? Lonely?
Just to see where it take me, bro. There's really no reason other than the fact like just chopping it up with people and shit. Because you know, when I'm working with artists, it's usually just I'm the cameraman.
Yeah, that's it.
Say a couple shit, but I really want to like talk to niggas.
It's like strictly business when it comes to music videos. Yeah, that's a fact.
Facts.
But you know, those are like for me. I can't do that. Like if I'm working with an artist and it's just straight business, I can't do that, bro. I gotta feel like some like, oh, this nigga cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be some, unless it's like a really big opportunity, I guess. But I still don't like it. Like, I feel like the best, because we making art, bro, at the end of the day. Like, if it's a video and an artist, or, I mean, a videographer and an artist, or just two artists, bro, y'all making art together. If there's no genuine bond or type of vibe there, it's just like, it's weird, it's forced. I don't like it, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And also, it's a timing thing, too, because some artists, like, I've been tapped in with niggas for a minute, we cool. I've been tapped in with Trey and Kev for a minute, but we didn't have tracks together for mad long. And then we, like, when the time is right, you know what I'm saying? You get that and shit like that.
Timing is everything, too.
Timing is everything, bro. That's why I be telling niggas. And the same thing with Lonely, like, I don't know, I'm not trying to speak for you, but when we first started, it still seemed like he wasn't, like, jacking it. You know what I'm saying?
It's always like that,
It took him a minute, like, for him to actually start talking to other niggas, and then, like, oh, all right, this is a cool little vibe. But, yo, that first episode, yo, when I tell you that shit is never touching the fucking internet.
But niggas gonna have to pay us millions to see that shit.
That shit is bad. Yo, I was watching it like, oh, like,
nigga told me a couple weeks later, he was like, yo, gang, I don't think this shit gonna work out.
I was like, yo, gang. I was like, yo, it might not be it, you know what I'm saying? But like that's just how I'm real blunt and shit, you know what I'm saying? But
me too though.
He like, nah, you know, let's give it another. I bet. So you know, then we did another episode, and you know, it's crazy. I never realized, but it's just like the music. Like when I make a song at a time, I might be like, yo, this shit's my hardest shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit fire. And then months later, I'll listen to it. I'm like, it's cool, right? That's how I feel with the episodes. Cause our first episode, I'm like, yo, we did it. This shit tough. Yo, I rewatched it not that long ago. I was like, damn, this shit kind of ass. I ain't gonna lie, this shit boring. Like, I feel like shit was mad boring and shit. But I mean, we appreciate. That's why I appreciate the people that like they've been seeing us glow up and shit. You know, being more confident.
It's all the timing thing, bro.
Yeah, it's all the timing
definitely.
Thing. But you know,
I see big shit for you. And
nah, we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you for sure. Like, and it's also a thing like. We bring people on that we actually see, like, you know what I'm saying? Putting in work, or like we see the potential. They going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing is, I'll be honest, with Zay specifically, I haven't been tapped in as much as I want to. I feel like it's harder, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of harder to tap in with you versus all the other like members. I feel like I see you the least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's less like natural like interactions or whatever. Just to.
I mean, in general, like naturally. I think in person I've seen you one time, right? But it's not like I be at every shoot, so that's also a thing. But I seen you one time in person. Unless he was he at the Susan shoot? You was at the Susan shoot?
Yeah. That nigga was lit though.
That was the first time we came to like one of y'all video shoots, and like. We was a little like, damn, because that's not our scene either. We walked in, it's bare man. As soon as the door opened, I'm like, damn. I looked at Lonely like, damn, we might dip in like 30 minutes. We actually it was good vibes and shit.
It's always going to be good vibes with us, bro. That's a fact.
It was dumb hot, but it was good vibes, though. Like,
for sure. Dumb smack, too.
Niggas got fired.
I got y'all drinks.
What?
Did I give you? I feel like I did give you
like, nah, you didn't give me.
Nah, don't cap.
Nigga said don't do that.
He was holding everybody
got y'all drinks. Y'all niggas was probably too hot.
Maybe like a shot and shit. But nah, for sure. Nah, I enjoyed the vibe and shit, but for sure, I feel like I don't know if it's like a if it's just me, like you correct me, but I feel like I see you the least.
The least, yeah. So to answer that, basically like going back to what I was saying earlier about like keeping everything in like a box. You know what I'm saying? And when you're an artist, you gotta kind of like live that. You know, you gotta kind of live that, and you have to bridge that gap. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like, what shoot were you at? Let me ask you that. Like, aside from the Susan shoot, what shoot were you at, bro? Was it the Cypher?
Yeah. But at the end, I'm talking about like I dapped you up though.
Okay,
like, literally like on some like you know when you just dap a nigga up like
right,
you don't even
right.
know who that nigga is. You just everybody like I knew who you
Yeah.
were, but I'm pretty sure at the time you didn't know who I was. I was just dapping everybody up like I just got there. Niggas looking at me like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
bro?
that's
like,
a fact. Yeah.
I'm talking about like the spot was empty. Like niggas was leaving. They're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't even know.
Like, the lights was on and
The
shit.
lights
bro.
was
Like,
on. Everybody was out of here.
At the very end type shit. Nah, I feel you. Nah, but like if you whenever that cypher drop, it's gonna drop real soon. Y'all stay tuned. So when that QTO cypher drop, you're gonna see like all our verses is lit. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see me like matching that energy. Yeah, you're gonna hear me and see me matching that energy. It's just like I said, like once I lead that, it's like that come down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I kind of just get back to my oneness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it comes to social media, like I'm not a nigga that go live and which you gotta do sometimes though. You gotta give because like you know what I'm saying. But I never really been a person to like bridge the boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like you know sometimes I just drop music. Like this is the music. You know what I'm saying? Like listen to it for what it is, not for me just. You know, like I feel like a lot of people they get their traction nowadays. People love drama. People love drama. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people they get their traction nowadays from drama. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just the music. Like I'm a person where I want you to appreciate the art for what it is. But nowadays, or I would say like as time has progressed, like y'all was saying, the business part is just as important. The marketing part, the promotion is just as important. And in order to take advantage of that, people have to kind of connect with you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say all the time, like you probably couldn't tell who I am by looking at my page. You know what I'm saying? And people be saying that like, yo, bro, like you know what I'm saying? Like you a little different than I thought you was gonna be.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good thing about me, but maybe that's also a down, you know what I'm saying? Like a downfall.
Unfortunately,
it's pros and cons to it.
I mean, is that something you actively work on? Like you like, you know what? I'm gonna start bridging this gap. Like
like I feel like I would say this year I basically told myself like I want to be a little more expressive. You know what I'm saying? Like to the people I don't know, because that's not something that I'm used to doing. You know what I'm saying? And when it come to like not fans, not to say it like that, but like you know,
people
like
supporting you.
Yeah, exactly. Supporters and listeners, like they dead ass wanna know you
because they want to connect.
Yeah, exactly. Like they want to connect more than the music.
Yeah, and
that's something that you know a lot of times growing up, you know, being from an inner city, it's like. You know, sometimes you might have that natural like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know you like that.
So so that's why I kind of took that everyday mentality and applied it to the music. Like, yo, appreciate it for what it is, because I like in real life I'm not gonna be like super like yo crazy, yo hey like you know what I'm saying, what's up? Nah, like you feel me? Like you said, like I really surround myself around vibes that I really am jacking. You know what I'm saying? And as we know, as an artist, there's gonna be a lot of people like y'all run a podcast. Maybe everybody who listens to y'all podcast doesn't know y'all personally, but y'all still gotta bridge that gap and, you know, show the real, you know what I'm saying? Show the real to them. And I feel like as an artist, like that's something that has to come at a certain point in time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
you have to when you bridge that gap and people feel like they know who's behind the music they love, they could kind of like they feel like they could like they know you in a sense, like they you know what I'm saying, like they kind of know you in a sense. So because when it's just music and they fucking with the music and music is tough and they're like, yo, this is tough, they want to attach it to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Somebody they could relate to, somebody they could like, I don't want to say look up to, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Relate to,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it definitely is important. I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to get him to work on that shit too.
Facts.
I've been trying to get this nigga Zay out of that.
That's what I'm saying. People like that are important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's so crazy because, bro, do you find it hard to convey your work ethic sometimes?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
I'm the same way. From you talking, I'm getting that type of vibe.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's because a lot of times when, like how you said, bro, like if you are on go at a time, you're gonna crash out, but at least you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at least you're going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you just so focused on starting up and you're trying to think too much about the course, like you'll never get to the point that you're thinking about because you're not moving.
You're not moving. You'll never.
You know what I'm
start.
saying? Yeah. So I think that like in hindsight, like I will always tell like artists or anybody in life, like don't be stupid, but go for it, bro.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want to do, go at it. Like you're gonna learn the lessons. The bumps in the roads is gonna come regardless,
That's
bro.
what I be saying.
Like perfection is a myth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna come whether you prepare for hours or whether you just go at it.
It's gonna come.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, like I feel like in hindsight, yeah, bro, just go for that shit and let the chips fall where they may. You know, I feel like that's one of my lessons that I learned. But yeah, to answer your question, sometimes due to like, you know, thinking about the process or whatever case may be, your mind might become a little scattered and you find yourself
still in the
stationary.
same spot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you got to go sometimes. And that's why that balance with bro, you know, like PM, somebody who's always on go, you know what I'm saying, is important because sometimes yo, listen, you know what I'm saying, we going. Not,
Facts.
yo, you feel like going or we going. And then sometimes if we going, and I see some shit about to happen,
like,
or I see we about to crash.
Yeah.
Then I tell bro like, yo, bro, listen, make that turn, or you know what I'm saying, ease up on the, you know what I'm saying, like,
up on the brake a
yeah,
little bit.
exactly, yeah, hit the brakes a little bit or something like that. And that's why we balance each other, you know what I'm saying, balance each other out.
Definitely. That's I'm saying. I feel like every time we have an interview or a podcast where it's more than one person, there's somebody I relate to more, which is like probably PM here. Well, actually, I see like where I could relate to
both
y'all
sides,
more,
yeah.
for sure. But and then Lonely relates to someone more, you know what I'm saying? So and exactly what he just said about you, bro, I'm the same way, bro. I'll be pushing the fuck out the gas. I said I don't care what this shit. I'm going crazy. And the nigga be like, yo, gang, maybe you should, you feel me? Maybe you should chill and shit. Like, so sometimes it's important for that perspective as well, because it's important for the other person to push you out of that box. But then sometimes maybe you wilding a little bit and they gotta pull you back to reality just a little bit.
That's a
lot of niggas that meet me think I'm delusional because of this shit.
I heard this shit today. A little hope is useful. A little hope is useful. A lot of hope is dangerous.
Yeah, a lot of hope is dangerous.
I heard that shit today.
Santi clipped that.
You know what I'm saying? Word.
Funny shit.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The just having like an insane amount of hope sometimes it is dangerous. It could cloud your judgment sometimes. Maybe you might not make the best decision for yourself, but at the time you may think, you know, you just go ahead first, and that's exactly the type of person I am and shit. Alright, so real quick in our little break and shit, we was talking about smoking and shit because I had the ill cotton mouth, and my son PM asked me because I told him, I was telling him, yeah, he held it down first. You see that water bottle right there? Yeah, he gave me a little water for and shit. I needed that. I was dying over here. There was one time I was literally mid thing and I was like, oh damn, that shit's fucking me up right now. That shit bugged out. But nah, I appreciate you, gang. But he asked me, I was telling him that I used to smoke, and I stopped smoking, and he asked me why did I smoke. That's a good question.
Yeah,
though.
I don't think.
Yeah, nobody ever asked me that shit. And they said, why did I smoke? I ain't gonna lie. At first, it was just on some like niggas is smoking, fuck it, like, you know, vibing and shit. But then
peer
after
pressure.
a while, it wasn't even peer pressure because it's like I was the nigga like, yo, fuck it, let's do it. You feel me? So I was the nigga peer pressure and shit. But I just kept smoking, and then I started smoking like every day. It was like high school. I was smoking crazy. But then eventually, like, I don't know, I just kept smoking because I guess I got a little dependent on it. Like, life got tough.
It'd be like that.
Should happen.
Feel me? When you high, you feeling good. Like, I'm vibing and shit. So I just kept getting smacked. OD. It kept increasing. Then when I started music, matter of fact, before I started music, you know, niggas is siphon, you know what I'm saying? We hotboxing and shit. You know, in the hotbox, every nigga think he could rap. So niggas like, yo, throw on a beat, da-da-da. So we started freestyling. I'm like, yo, I'm going crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm going stupid.
Back in the car, some shit.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So niggas was telling me, like, yo, bro, you going crazy and shit. I'm like, oh, all right, da-da-da. So then when I started music, I felt like I needed to be high to record.
Yeah.
And it actually fucked me up because I remember my first studio session, like, I went in there, I'm dumb anxious because I went dolly. Like, it was like that shit that Zay said, like, I kept in a box, so I didn't even, like, tell nobody. I just went. Like, I'm like, yo, fuck it. This day, I had a surgery, and then when I came back from it, I'm like, yo, this day, I'm going to just go to the studio. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know the nigga I was recording with. I didn't know none of that. So I went to a place I'd never been with a nigga I didn't know, and I had to record music for the first time. So I'm like, I'm mad anxious, started smoking crazy. Now all I was anxious and high. Like, I was fried. I'm talking about, like, I'm really just, like, brain dead. Like, my shit. Like, I made my first song ever there, and it did pretty well. But it's like, it didn't help. Like, and then I started to realize that all it really did for me, it was just when I was sober, I just was 10 times more anxious. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
I
feel
just
like
cut that shit out.
We like as humans, we use it as a way to escape some shit that we don't want to be at. You feel me? And that's dependent on it. And
Drinking
that makes
too.
it wrong. OD word. And it's all based upon like how motherfuckers use it. Like no funny shit.
Yeah, it's all based. Like if you use it recreational, like it's not like I'm like, oh, I'll never smoke weed again. But it's just like it's just something I don't be having the urge to do no more. You know what I'm saying? And
I've been there before, bro. Been in the stool trying to depend on the weed, thinking, yeah, bro, this weed about to make me get some balls.
you was just smoking that
I just
shit.
gotta get creative real
Like,
quick.
like, hold on, break real quick. Hold on.
Smoke break. You know them niggas who smoke for everything and shit like that. Nah.
See, like when
PM
you
would be in
doing
the
some
booth
shit
and
like,
ask you, like, yo, y'all got a blunt?
Yeah.
word, though.
Yeah.
Like, yo, niggas got weed for me. I know I need that. Like, but nah,
It be killing me because random people just be like asking for lighters and shit.
Bro, everybody smoke, bro. Everybody smoke, but it's kind of rare. You don't, so you do or you don't smoke
Yeah, I would say I do it like every now and then now.
before you never did
used
that
to be a
shit. Oh, you was an
time.
athlete, so was that why?
Yeah, like I would say that, but it was also just like
You didn't really care for it.
I ain't care for it, bro. You know, like my whole family like bun for real. So it's like I grew up around it. Like I feel like some people like maybe they was trying to like not everybody, but maybe they were trying to do it to feel down or feel like a part of something.
A lot of niggas, high
I
school,
feel like,
of course.
Yeah, I feel like in my crib, I feel like I was already a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
I
you
wake
ain't
up,
need that.
niggas is bunning, yeah, like shit like that. So.
And PM, you smoke?
yeah, for me, when we first started rapping, I was smoking a little bit already. So for me, and this nigga never would smoke. So I would be like, I bet we smoking. Don't pass the blunt to Zay. Like he don't smoke. Don't pass him the spliff.
Yo, you know niggas
smoke.
don't care. Niggas will
Yeah,
still like
bro.
try to pass it, bro.
For me.
Yeah.
And I never was the type of, yo, Zay, hit this. Like, yo, hit this.
Yeah,
I never was that type. So when the nigga
Niggas-
actually started smoking, I was like, yo, no fucking way, son. No way. son. I was tight.
You feel like it does something for y'all creatively?
Oh, hell yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, this is the thing about it. We not lit, like I said already. So we paying to go to the stew. If you're paying for it and then you're relying on the weed to get you the powers or something, that's when you dependent on it. That makes it bad. So if now take into consideration from a different perspective, I'm not paying for the stew session and I got weed. So I could do whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
And
You
then
really just
it can
chilling.
actually make me say some better shit. So for me, over the time, like I figured out how to use it while I was in the stew, and not a lot of places you could smoke weed and record at the same time. So
Yeah,
you,
a lot of
even
these
if you go in the
studios and
spots
shit.
and you don't know that could fuck up your whole jug, like going to the stew or not. So for me, when you fucking with Chris, I could smoke in this shit. I could do whatever I want. So I'm using it how I need to use it.
Vibing with
Feel
it.
me?
How I use it?
Yeah,
Or
smoking was never my shit. That shit was. I be getting too paranoid, bro. I be getting too in my head. with
I hate
shit,
that.
bro.
That it still happens to me.
That
too
don't happen to
sometimes.
me.
It
That
still
never happened.
happens.
I used to get fried. Like that never happened. When people would be like, I get paranoid. Nah, me. I'm just daddy. Like
Yeah,
never was me.
It was a couple times. It's a feeling. So say we talking right now, right?
Yeah.
You just say yeah. My brain would have processed that like 10 seconds later. Like I'd feel
Nigga,
mad
you like
slow
that
type
sober,
shit.
bro.
Like on weed,
So
you be
he
lagging
probably
type
need
shit.
a
Like you
split.
be lagging. Hey,
He might need a split.
Yo, that nigga lonely, and it's funny because when we first like, when we first like link up with a nigga, you don't know like they habits and shit like that. But then after a while, I started realizing I'll be telling this nigga something. This nigga is not hearing what I'm saying. He's just like, nah, yeah.
Nah, it be like
I'm
that
like,
sometimes,
nigga, what I just say? Like, nigga, you lying and shit. But
Nah, you know what I hate though? I hate a motherfucker that'll wake up bright and early
Yes.
before the nigga even eat.
Yeah.
The first dollar he's spending it on that weed, like,
Yeah,
that's when it gets crazy.
Niggas will
But
spend
like,
the money on weed and not the food.
bro,
nothing.
no eats, bro. I can't even lie. I could say I've been that person.
I was just about to
You
say.
feel me? I've been that. Yo,
In high
you feel me?
school?
I've been that person. Like,
Word of my dad.
Yo,
In high school, I
like-
used to be clapped, starving, like just hungry as
starving,
fuck.
like
Niggas said,
my
I'm
shit
hungry, but
talking to
I'm
me,
high.
like
My shit-
conversations. like,
Bro.
no funny shit.
That's
Yo,
wild.
that shit speaking to me
wild.
for real. No
Yeah,
bad, no
niggas is
nothing.
wild.
Nigga just high and hurting. Like you
Like,
just sitting
hurt.
there, like damn,
Stomach.
like, stomach
bugging.
bugging. Like,
What made it process our mind like that I was okay? Like,
I don't know, bro. Like I'm telling you, I used to literally walk on my way to school. I'm walking. I was like 5 minutes from my school. That 5 minute walk, chiefing. right? Get to
Bugging.
school, no food, no nothing, no just straight, just
shit.
high. Like I don't understand, bro. Niggas used to tell me, bro, how you gonna have money for the weed and not for the food? I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
that
bro,
shit
I
is
don't know.
wacky,
That's
bro.
a great point.
Whatever it is.
I never do that shit to this day though.
Yeah, not for sure.
Never.
Never
I
catch
mean,
me
I
doing
could wake up and hit the split and then get some eats
that.
after, but like,
a little
nah.
breakfast. Mhm.
Nah.
Gotta get
Speaking about that, because you know how we said weed and like alcohol, if you use them the wrong way,
This
That
nigga
shit-
right here, this
Nah.
nigga's a drinker.
This
I-
nigga's a drinker too, though.
This nigga's a drinker.
This
This nigga
nigga's
said-
a drinker. He capping him up.
I mean, like this nigga be making, I don't know.
Yo, this
But-
nigga's a drinker though. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? We've had a couple episodes here where we like, yo, fuck it, let's sip on some shit. I bet. I'm like halfway through my first cut. This nigga done down the whole bottle. I'm like, well, all right, fuck it. All right,
I be
then.
chilling, bro.
yeah, definitely
But
can
nah.
relate to that.
I was gonna ask, like, since we talking about that, that's obviously like the negative shit people be using to
You want to talk about the positive?
nah, like what keeps y'all going back to the studio? Like, what keeps y'all going to make music type shit?
Oh, for sure. I thought you meant of the drinking and shit.
Or like pertaining to smoking or drinking, or just in general.
Nah,
Like,
just in general.
keeps
Like,
you
like what do
spinning
is there
back.
something that keeps y'all coming back to the studio?
The love
like,
for that
get
shit.
y'all in the,
yeah,
It's just love for it.
yeah, bro, yeah,
Yeah.
just that feeling. I ain't gonna lie.
Feel me? If your heart ain't in it, then you ain't in it.
That's
Yeah,
what I
no
said.
At
kidding.
all. Like, feel me?
If you don't genuinely love, I just said that in one of the last episodes. If you don't genuinely love the process, get out. Like,
But sometimes, bro, we can't jack that either because there's motherfuckers that don't love this shit
Yeah,
and
that's-
they crazy
that's
talented
true.
and really buzzing
alright,
off the
that's
shit.
true. But the thing is, it's true, but it depends on what you're in it for.
Right.
Like, if you're in it for just to be successful, and that's really what you feel like you got to do,
Yeah.
I guess whatever,
Yeah,
like
right.
do it. But me,
Right,
I
yeah.
like obviously you want the success. Niggas be lying if you saying you
Nah,
don't want to be
yeah.
recognized for what you do.
Word, of
but
course.
I genuinely love doing like making music. You know what I'm
Word,
saying? Ain't
facts.
nothing like I made a track and I'm listening back. I'm like, nah, I went dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is a great feeling. So-
Mad long ago, I said in a fucking song that I'm gonna do this shit till I die, and I really felt like I meant that shit.
I mean, I swear to God.
Like I really felt like I meant
jack
that
that
shit.
shit,
Like
like,
no funny
cap.
shit.
If,
Word.
in a perfect world, bro, like if it was no like responsibilities in a sense, like currency wasn't what runs everything, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'd still be doing music.
Hell yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
Facts,
kind of
facts.
you was talking about how music was the only thing. Like that was one of the things that
It
got
brought you out, right?
Yeah, that's how I feel about like camera work and shit, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
one of the only ways I'm
Yeah.
able to like effectively express myself or communicate my shit.
Yeah,
But-
I feel like Tyler with that, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I felt like when I first started like making music, I didn't know everything that it came with. You feel me? I ain't know that you had to be like
99% of people
yeah,
don't.
like I ain't know everything that it came with, and
It's getting bust on my phone.
Yo, on God though, I ain't gonna lie, it's that getting hot in this bitch.
That getting busted.
and basically, yeah, I feel like definitely I could relate. Like sometimes you will find the most fire type of expressions, and it's non-verbal.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You know, if you could paint a picture, if
Mhm.
you could play an instrument, if you could make a beat, you know what I'm saying? Like that's I feel like I don't know if that's a natural introverted thing, bro. Cause I feel that same exact way. Like I've bought a camera before. Like PM know, like I got a camera. Like you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying. Like, I done messed around on a production shit like that. Cause I feel like all of that are different forms of expression.
Yeah,
I
facts,
mean,
of
not
course.
just talking on the beat. So I could definitely relate where you don't gotta say a million things, but if I could record this song, edit this video, and paint you this picture and bring some shit to life,
Yeah.
that's another wavy fire form of expression as well. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts.
Fire, bro.
That's how some people, like he said, that's how some people, like that's their only form of
Yeah,
expression.
the
you know what I'm
word.
saying?
Hell yeah.
'Cause
Hell
you
yeah.
definitely not a talker.
Yeah, nah, yeah.
What you into, Lonely, besides the camera?
This nigga PM the whole time been thinking of questions and shit.
Nah, I was
Watch,
going
I hit these niggas.
Nah, bro. I'm into like I'm a nerd, bro.
I fuck with that.
Watching anime shit. I be playing games, all that.
Damn, I don't fuck with the anime.
I never got behind it, bro.
Me neither. I was never. I'm not gonna hold you. I never was a fan, but when niggas put me on to the one shits, I be like, let me see what they jacking. I never
Bro,
fucked with it.
I was the
can't.
same way, like at first, cause it's a whole bunch of bullshit. Not bullshit, but once you get past that and see it for like what it is,
What it
you be
is?
like, yeah,
Nah, I can see why you would say that. I mean, I
Yeah.
just think some people are just not for it. I'm just not for it. I tried. I
Nah,
tried.
you watch One Punch?
Nah.
One
yeah,
Punch
One
Man?
Punch was tough,
Yeah. Or what about Invincible?
Oh yeah, but
That shit was hard though.
That's not like
that's
not
anime.
anime.
It's not anime.
That's
Nah,
anime.
Oh nah, yeah, that's more
You ever
like
seen Invincible?
That's
yeah,
not-
that's more
that's
like
not
animation.
That's more like
type
that's
shit.
an animation.
Okay.
Anime is more like into that
Japanese
culture.
shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
okay. I
different
definitely
like
agree
culture
with
wise. But
that.
Invincible was tough. Yeah, I was
Oh,
watching
dude,
that shit. I'm
super.
like, oh, this
Super.
dummy tough.
Yo, I didn't even know Seth Rogen did that shit.
Neither did I until you just
word.
told me. But
Seth
That's
fucking
crazy.
Rogen, bro.
yeah, that nigga's talented, bro. Yo,
OD.
since we speaking about Seth Rogen doing shows and shit, is there something like y'all interested in that's outside of music?
Oh yeah, of course. For me,
Like, what would y'all if is it just music for y'all, or do y'all want to tap into other lanes as far as like other sides of, like you said, expressing yourself and shit like that? I know you said you bought a camera, so
Yeah, all right. So for me, basically, yeah, bro. I feel like it's so much more shit that I feel like I want to learn.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know. I feel like everybody say like generics. Like, I want to play an instrument. I want to do this. I want to do that. But yeah, I feel like it's like a genuine thing. Like eventually down the line or whenever, you know what I'm saying, I get the time, you know, balancing being an
Yeah,
artist,
it's
real
tough, yeah.
life. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Everything like that. But yeah, just like capturing moments, I feel like is a fire art. Like taking pictures, knowing how to do visuals, producing music, like all forms of expression, like even like fashion, or when it comes to like design, like interior designing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fire.
that
like
is hard. Yeah.
if you could take something and you could like make it your own, if you could make a certain space your own, somebody walk into it and like you stamp your signature on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I feel like just all forms of expression. Like I'm interested in learning more in depth about all forms of expression, bro.
Bro, you can never learn enough, bro.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
There's no
Can't.
such thing as a limit on learning anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I could, I would learn the camera shit. But like my brain, like I said, I'm arrogant, so I feel like I could learn it anyway. But like
Mhm.
I've seen like there's a difference. Like I feel like everybody could learn any talent. I'm not talent, but any trait, any trick, whatever. Right? You know what I'm saying? If you really want to learn production, you can learn it. Things like that. But there's also people whose brain and just they kind of meant for it. You know,
They
what I'm saying?
wired for that
They
shit.
wired for this. This nigga's
100%.
wired for the video shit.
100% agree, bro.
Like I see him like he's watching just the raw footage. He just recorded it, like literally just now. If he just recorded y'all shit, right? He'll see the edits already. Like he's doing the edits in his head. You know what I'm saying? My brain
Fire.
don't see that.
Don't
You know what I
like
mean?
that,
Like
yeah.
to a certain extent, I might see a vision for it, but this nigga is doing the edit in his head.
Fire.
Like that shit is crazy.
Super fire.
Same way he don't understand the music side for me.
Yeah,
You
nah,
know?
I was talking about like we was talking about writing this shit earlier. Yo, bro, I want to be an artist too, but like I've been writing this song for like 10 years, bro. Yeah, my shit take I take forever to write, bro.
Nah, 10 years. Yeah.
But
That gonna
we
be
be
the best song
freestyling this
ever,
shit though. My
nigga.
son, yeah, nah, word. Like you gotta go crazy because 10
Yo,
years and that
no
shit
funny
is
shit,
but
yeah.
like it's
Nah,
like damn.
I'ma be tight.
Yeah, it's like come on,
gotta
gang.
take
Cause you
niggas-
could have kept this in the tuck 9 years
nigga,
ago.
and everything and shit.
Nah, for sure. But
I'm
yeah.
curious to see how you answer that though, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
say
hold
it.
you. I've been dying to do this shit for a minute. So for me, once I get in there, I'm a dad want to chill out for a long time. But nah, it's just the opening for me. Like I just want to be in movies. I want to be in shows. Like I want to be in Good Morning America. Like one
Superstar
day.
type shit.
Like yeah. Like I want to be on TV all day, every day. Niggas can't get my face off the TV.
That's PM. That's
Like,
PM.
that's
right
how
there,
much I'm trying to be on
100,000%. I knew you was
And
gonna say
like the
that.
runways, the fashion shit, all that. Like Micah Mary hit me right now. I wear your shit so
I
much.
can see you
be
doing shit
on
like
the
that.
runway
Yeah, no
right
funny
now.
shit.
Like
Yeah. But I be
no
telling
funny
this
shit.
nigga, don't
Mike.
don't limit yourself. And the nigga said Mike. Yeah, Mike. Slide
Yo,
in the
Mary.
DM, Mike.
Whoa,
Mr. Mary.
I'm trying to
Slide
be
in the
there.
DM, you know
No
what I'm
funny
saying?
shit.
Nah, bro, there's no reason to limit yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's why I fuck with my son Dan so much. That nigga do everything.
Word.
He's a
Yeah,
crackhead.
Dan,
Like,
Dan,
that nigga really fucking...
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie.
What? Like-
I want to even shoot videos. Like
Yeah.
I even want to manage artists.
Yeah.
Like no funny. I want to have
Nah, I
my
don't.
own
I
label.
don't want to manage
I
artists.
want to manage artists. Like
I don't
no
want to do
funny
that.
shit.
Fuck, yo, some artists are fucking annoying. I hate, like, the
don't
average
think I wanna
artist, they
manage
think they need a
artists.
fucking, they think they need to put up, like, a certain, like, image. I'm not here for that. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want, but, you know, that's good for you, though, for sure. For me, I'm
Right, to
not
each his
managing
own,
shit.
man. No funny shit.
Nah, but you
Nah,
know,
in fact,
you know
I remember my fault.
Nah,
to
you
cut
Gucci,
off.
Gucci.
I think you. I don't know if you remember this. I think it was at the. It was the Susan shoot, and we was in 7-Eleven, and I was right next.
oh,
to
that was
you.
lit.
Oh,
Yeah.
D, that shit was crazy. Feet
You-
on the table and shit. Niggas was pocket.
You had some crazy fit on, and I was like, "Oh, bro, you model?" I wasn't
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
you
do
was
some
saying
weird
that.
shit.
I
but-
definitely
You
remember
did
that.
say that. You did say that. I remember.
And now he was like, "Nah, gang."
Niggas said, nah.
I was lying like a motherfucker.
That's funny,
That's
though.
the humble in me though, feel me?
Nah, for
That
sure.
Shit weird.
You know what's dead beneficial? I'll be telling people is really worth it since we talking about learning new trades and shit. If y'all learn how to record yourselves, mix yourselves.
He picked up the making the beat shit. So
Oh,
for
you
me, I
produce?
feel like
No, I don't produce like
he
that.
lying.
Like,
That nigga lying. He know how to make a
around
beat.
it.
You
Yeah,
fuck around
like,
here and there?
yeah.
So for me, on that type of note, I'm trying to like maybe fuck around and learn how to record us. Because if he can make the beat, I
And he
record us, bro.
record,
We
tough.
can't be stopped.
Bro, it's
a fact.
because
It's a fact.
then like you're not limited to time.
Word.
You're not limited to like financially in a certain sense. Obviously, you have to pay for certain shit, whatever. But it's an investment, and then once you learn, like you could be your most creative self for real. Trust me. When you alone, when you just for some reason, say you got in your crib at 3 a.m., you just feeling a certain way. You like, yo, let me hop in.
Do that right now.
Word. And
Yeah,
that,
right now
that's
it's
where this
crazy.
nigga's up writing and he deadass does some shit that I be trying to do. And like I don't know how to do it because he's like I don't know. He be saying I'm the smarter one, and sometimes I be thinking he's the smarter one. So it's funny. He deadass will voice memo his flows. Like he'll rap the shit, listening to it, and voice record it. That's so smart because you're remembering exactly how you flowed it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yo.
I'll write the most craziest shit.
And then you forget how you
forget
flowing
how
it,
I
right?
said it.
Yeah.
And it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
You go back to the beat.
Yeah, I gotta put that
fuck-
shit on another beat now. Like it's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, I'm big. Yeah, I'm big on like I said, like the order. Like I'm big on like remember like I got a section for like straight voice notes. So when I go in the studio, even if I don't finish my verse, I recorded my voice. Like I'm all about like the preparation. Like I really take my time. Going back to what I was saying about like if you too caught up sometimes in the thought process, you will never move.
Right.
So you gotta have that balance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I try to like do everything like flows here, you know what I'm saying, hook, you
Keep
know
it,
what I'm saying, like
organized and shit, yeah.
everything's structured and shit like that. That's how I kind of like to go about my shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, the organization shit, anything creatively, if you can like access anything that you've done, or just like I don't know how to say that, but like that takes a whole level of stress away. Like
Yeah.
if you could just get
Yeah.
anything you need at any time.
And then also going
organization.
back to what Gio was saying, if you could do that in the time and the space where you feel that fire,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
That's
I feel
what
like
I'm
that's what's very important as well. Because a lot of times at my most creative times, you might be on a dolly. It might be 1 in the morning. It might be 2 in the morning. It might be, you know what I'm saying, where you can't sleep and then you just like nah. Right now I got
the studio right there, so you like,
100%.
yo, you got to do something to bring
100%,
it down,
bro,
yeah,
100%.
to like keep
Definitely
that
agree
memory
with
down
that.
or whatever. Nah,
Hell
for
yeah,
sure, that's
hell
tough. But because that's why I got my shit at the crib. I just boom it. Whenever I feel it, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely salute to you for that because
Nah, for
buying
sure. Appreciate
equipment.
you.
When you bought the equipment, did you know how to?
Nope.
Definitely big
Not
salute
even
to
a
you,
little
bro.
bit. Not
Big
even a little
salute to
bit.
you.
And not only that,
Go
I bought some trash shit at first, like some garbage shit. Right? That shit is butt. Like I'm talking about, that shit was butt. So I'm like, all right, let me see if I can figure it out. And I just was like, damn, I don't know. I'm like, it's not working out for me.
Yeah.
Took a break for like 7 months. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm a dead do it. And then I bought new equipment, right? I bought some better shit. I remember there's some nigga I met. It was you know Arcadius. So I'm
shout out
engineer. He's one of
Arcadius.
the coolest, like the most genuine niggas alive. Like he's just one of those like stoner like white dudes. He just be chilling, but he's real talented when it comes to the engineering and shit.
Shout out him.
And I'm like, you know, a lot
gotta
of
get
people
a
tuck
succession.
sauce.
Hey.
You know, a lot of people tuck sauce, but he was
Oh my God,
mad willing
bro.
to be like, I'm like, yo, gang, like, what would I need? Here's a list. Da da da. Get this. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So he told me what to get. Obviously, I didn't know how to use it, but boom, and then little by little, I learned, and you can even hear from the music, like you hear it get better and better as time goes. So everything, I feel like I struggle with this too. Like a lot of people want the end result ASAP. You know what I'm saying? It's a process though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through it. You gotta go through the motions. You gotta go through the trash shit. You gotta go through the bad beats if you're producing or the bad videos.
But
or
that
whatever.
right there is literally like the embodiment of just getting started.
Yeah.
Like how you say you just be going and shit, like diving into it, because I've learned like over time, like math is like life is like a math problem. It works itself out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you didn't meet Arcadia, shout out to bro. You feel me? Like
I was trying not to like, trying to let him rock, but I'm like, that was tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
That's,
was tough.
and as somebody who like stay stationary and like thought, I had to learn that, like, yo, bro, you gotta get your hands dirty, bro. You gotta, cause eventually, bro, like, shout out to bro, but if it wasn't bro, it would have been probably somebody else or
that's a
something
fact.
else.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And like, that's how life just works like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I had to learn that, like, the slower route. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta go for it, get started, cause it's gonna work itself out if you stay that course, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
if you just sitting there thinking about it and not doing nothing, you definitely not getting nowhere.
definitely not, yeah,
Definitely not getting nowhere.
Definitely not getting nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah, we preach that more. You for sure. You always have that message is just starting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Just
yeah,
doing
yeah,
that shit.
yeah. That
You done said that in like almost every episode
yeah,
for real because it's true
It's
though.
true.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, get your hands dirty, bro. Just see what it is, play around with it and
If
shit.
you sit there and just let the idea be an idea the whole time, you don't execute. That's it. It's gonna go away. It's gonna
Because
die.
nobody really knows what they're doing at the end of the first time.
Yeah,
Nobody knows what they're doing.
You don't know what
You're not gonna fucking when you 5 years old. You're not gonna pick up a basketball and know all the fucking rules.
No.
For sure. Yeah, you gotta learn. Everything in life is just a process and shit. Patience is definitely key, bro. Like I had to learn that. I still learn that. You know what I mean? I'm an impatient ass.
Yeah.
I be feeling like, damn, we putting in the work right now. I want to see the results now. I want to see the progression now. I want to get better now. But you gotta take your time. You know what I mean? It's one step at a time.
Facts.
And I was gonna ask you. I haven't asked this shit in a minute. I was gonna ask y'all and shit. You feel me? So when it comes to this, so y'all been chasing this, especially y'all, because y'all been chasing like a certain lifestyle for a minute. And PM, you out there with it. You like, yo, I do this. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I am PM and shit. You a little more on the, you know what I'm saying, on the keeping the tech side, like keep things balanced, keep things separate. But when it comes to like, has there ever been a situation and shit? Because boom, you know, I said like we a good mix because we're kind of like opposite in a lot of senses. He's been in a relationship throughout the whole like videography journey. You know what I'm saying? So he's had someone there, right? Me, I'm single as fuck. So it's like, not saying, and like I've had situations on and off and shit. But for me specifically being someone who's single, right? It's kind of hard to have someone join the journey because they don't see what I see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I guess what I'm saying is, what is your experience with like, if any experience at all, like, any like the relationship, I guess, lifestyle, whatever, that type of balance with what you're trying to chase. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to see the vision like y'all see the vision. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes people say that when you fucking with somebody, they got to have the same vision as you. It could be true depending on whether y'all doing the same thing. But if y'all doing the opposite thing, it could also work too because y'all have your own drive that y'all have in yourself to do what y'all want to do, knowing y'all have to do this. Like sometimes some people don't have the formula that they want to do with some certain things. For example, like if I'm doing this, right, and my shorty's doing that, for me, if we don't have a way that we can come to each other and be like, yo, this is how much time we're going to spend on each other these days, and this is how much time I'm going to spend doing what I need to do. If there's no balance that we could both come to, an agreement that we could both come to, it's never going to work out for either or one of y'all.
Right.
Because, like, motherfuckers pick off each other's energy and motherfuckers bring each other's energy down. So you don't need that in any type of shit that you going after. Like, no funny shit, especially in this music shit, it's very hard to have a girl. Because, one, you need bitches in your video. And girls don't like other girls. Girls, let's talk about it. Like,
That's
girls,
a fact.
as much as girls say, oh, yeah, I love her this, I love her that, they deadass don't love them for real. Because if they was with somebody that they was fucking with, it's going to be a whole nother situation.
Damn, ladies.
But but anywho, like I was saying, though, y'all got to have this, y'all got to be able to come to agreement where, feel me, we not going to make it toxic for each other.
Nah, facts.
Like, two rappers that's fucking with each other, both trying to come up, it's going to be a problem because then they're going to make it a competition thing. And then they're going to take it to the flip side where they have to make music with each other. Somebody could actually be better than the other one, or somebody could actually be bringing the other one down. So y'all need to know when to collide or when to stay away. Like, no funny shit. Like, you need that.
You know, I never thought about like having an artist, like someone do it, someone in the same lane. Because my experience has always been someone who's
Outside
not,
of the world,
who don't understand the creative shit at all.
And then that's bad for you.
It's bad. I guess it don't have to be bad because, like I said, I've seen it work. Like, for example, his girl not in that type of lane at all, but she understands, like, when it's time, like, for if he's staying in LA doing X, Y, and Z, whatever. But, bro, bitches I fucked with, like, if I'm in the studio certain time, if I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and they, you know, they just, like, they don't understand. So they like, why are you spending so much time on this instead of like, hello, like, nigga, pull up, like, or this, and you know what I'm saying? They don't understand why I'm doing this.
It's not a priority for them.
Yeah, it's not exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel
Yeah,
that.
I'm glad you said that, PM, bro, because it's like the way my shit is right now with my girl is in like the medical field, being a doctor and shit. So it's the same kind of rigorous, like trials and shit. Like, you just got to keep doing it. You can't stop.
I said rigorous.
Nah, word. And that's extreme hours, because, like, in that field that he's talking about. So that was a great
it's
word
the
to
same
use.
shit.
Word.
If I'm at a shoot this late, I'm not going to be home till fucking 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning type shit. She doing homework, doing something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's definitely a balance. And I think with certain people, you're not really... certain people are still finding that shit. You know what I mean? So if you get into a relationship with that, that's where it becomes like fucked up. And I think that's majority of what's happening with shit.
Yeah, I basically agree. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the main thing is prioritizing the time, like PM said. You know what I'm saying? Because and then like you said, if you're talking to somebody that their priorities is a little different, they're just not gonna like understand. It's just plain and simple. Like they're not. So I feel like if you do decide to make that decision and be in that situation, y'all gotta be on the same page. Y'all gotta be on the same type of time. And you know, like as far as like if somebody's an artist, I would say it's definitely different challenges that could present itself when you do have a shorty, because bro said the facts, like women don't always like other women, bro. It is what it is. They want to see you win, but they don't understand like it's a formula to winning, and they, you know what I'm saying? So
they're not down with that formula.
You know what I'm saying? It might be a little tough. You know what I'm saying? For an artist, I feel like it's a little tougher. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's all we know from us living here. That's all we know is these New York bitches that are crazy.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I told you in one of the earlier episodes. I tell you all the time. You know me. I hate them, but I love them though. I ain't gonna lie. I hate them.
Nah, word though.
Like,
you ever lived in another state though? No. To see and that's what it is.
Only time is like I went on trips.
Yeah.
I've gotten right, like for me. But it's like
I got it right.
It's not
Nah, the OT be the best.
The OT be the best, but it's like I'm not even gonna lie. In the same light, like I be like, damn, I don't know. These bitches is kind of like, I don't want to say weird, but they did, since it's not the New York, feel me? I'm not used to it. Like when I went to Florida, when I went to Cali, both vibes, I was like, ugh. Like I don't know.
Like I said, ugh.
Like, it's just not. I'm not used to that type of. You know, I need a little more energy from you, shorty, or some shit. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, hell yeah.
Cause you lived OT, so you know how.
You know what I'm saying? I'll say I'm not saying too much.
Word.
But yeah, nah. New York females is definitely very strongly opinionated.
For sure. New York people, but the females.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
over.
like energy is definitely very felt off the rip. Definitely a little more aggressive than the average female from another state. I feel like when dudes OT meet a New York female, they don't really know how to you always see that reaction, like, yo, that's how you coming, like, you know what I'm saying? But so it's just different. It's whatever you rock with. You know what I'm saying? And this is all you know. So that's, you know what I'm saying, that's what you're gonna be used to. It's natural to you. You know what I'm saying? So
yo, we love y'all though, ladies.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out women.
Shout out women.
Wait, isn't it National Women's
Appreciation Month?
Happy, feel
me? Happy National Women's. Is it history or appreciation?
Appreciation, I think.
Both of them. Yeah, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Facts. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm a feminist.
Yeah.
But nah, for sure, man. Yeah, I always want to ask that question because I'm like, I've always struggled with that balance and shit.
Damn, son. So you just be thotting, or you ain't had
a
shorty?
What's up? Like, I be chilling, gang. I be chilling. It's just unfortunate. I've been in a lot of unfortunate situations. Bro. That's all it is.
I understand.
So before we get out of here, y'all, what's going on? Is there anything we could look forward to from both of y'all? Zay and PM? Tell the people what's going on with you.
Well, me and Zay definitely been having some tape works in the works for mad long now, like at least a couple years. We still don't even have a tape together, actually. I don't even think we have a video out.
For real?
And we got we got a couple of videos too. I don't even think we have one.
Well, y'all shooting one today, my brother.
That's right. And this shit is gonna go out way before any of these other ones we got. But nah, for me, we do got a little project going out with the other fellas for me. Shout out QTO, shout out Jay for me, everybody. Shout out Chris. Nigga don't make the fucking flock. Shout out everybody from me. Got a little tape coming, so stay tuned to that. And like my brother said before, feel me, we got the Cypher video. It's basically like all of us on that. Feel me? That shit's gonna be fire.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
That shit's gonna be fire. Bro, I got 30 seconds of it, nigga. I watch that shit every day. Every day.
That's dead how it be though. You got a snippet, you just rewatch the fuck out that shit.
Nah, but on another note, for me, I'm dead ass trying to shoot like 2 videos every month with like the latest cameraman in New York. So for me, I've been upping it even way before this. So for me, my man's do your thing, man. For me, I need some new flock my damn self, Zay. No funny shit.
Nah, they be wanting to flock. Like I said, bro, for me, like it's a feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whenever I get that feeling, I go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like with music, it's funny because like I'll probably blitz out 4 songs sometimes straight. And then after that, I'll take my reset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just how my process is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give myself time.
There's really no right or wrong, bro.
Right.
For real.
So, but like, yeah, definitely moving forward. Me and P got some shit we going on with. Probably might give y'all some shit, for the performance, whatever the green light shit and like that. And
video shot to that
yeah,
too.
Word. We got the cypher shit coming. The joint table, all of the guys, you know what I'm saying? That shit gonna go crazy. And then definitely more visuals though, for sure. Definitely more visuals, bro.
Looking forward to it, bro. No cut.
For sure. We gotta tap in. Both of
us
gotta tap in.
We gotta tap in.
Yeah, I definitely need Shot by Lonely. No funny shit, definitely.
My brother go crazy, no kizzy. Nah, man, but we gonna have all the links in the description. You already know how we do, you know what I'm saying? Yo, real quick before we get out of here, I just want to say I appreciate everybody tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Instagram clips, YouTube shorts, TikTok, the reels and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, the fucking audio platforms.
Streaming services, everything.
Amazon, Tidal, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We going stupid. Y'all best audience. Sir. We love y'all niggas. We love everybody that tune in, you know what I'm saying? It's been Zay, PM, Building Blocks Duo. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one, man.
All the time she ready to go, and I bet she gon' geek when I pack on my pole. That nigga she already know. If she give me the green, you know that it's sloping her up like a chest, she gon' fold. Got me breaking it down and she feeding for more. Switching positions, she out of control. I'ma put on the show, gotta play in a role. This time I could never break character.